No, you don't know now, nigga. So, bitch, you don't know now, nigga.
Hello, world. Welcome to our all-new episode of the RMA podcast. I am Tavarus.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dabrian.
Yo, this that nigga Blake.
Hey.
Okay.
Sounded like trade and shit.
Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rated MA Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So last week when we left off, we told you guys that we were going to come back with our taglines, our Housewives taglines. So we didn't forget. Y'all want to go first?
Hey, Dabrian. He look like he's so excited about his.
I am so excited about mine because I didn't think of it, and I'm here for it though. From the ballroom scene to the skate park, I still pack a mean bark.
Oh! That's like 100. Okay. Mine is, best believe this bitch is fully loaded. Titties sit nice and ass sit better.
Oh,
You
From
man.
Alley Dog Titties.
Bitch, you gotta throw yours over your shoulder.
Mine is, my name is Katrina and I don't sweat no nigga. Best side bitch pussy in town, so when you see me, it's going down.
Oh my god.
Name Katrina.
Girl, Katrina the baddest bitch, girl.
Katrina,
I like Katrina the
Katrina.
hurricane destruction.
I'm thinking of the hurricane as
Girl,
well.
Katrina, Miami girl. The
You
baddest
could have
bitch,
just went
Katrina.
with the Hurricane Katrina. You tear shit
No.
up.
Or are you very wet?
Yeah.
You flooding.
That's all of the above.
All of the city.
You could have been anybody. You could have been Big Keisha.
Girl, I'm the baddest.
The baddest.
Anyway.
She gained a little weight too, though. The baddest dude.
We're not going to disrespect Trina on this podcast, and we definitely not going to disrespect me.
Bitch, I'm gonna suspend you for next week. Alright. Sit next week out.
Gabriel ass ain't supposed to be back for fucking with Beyonce last week, bitch.
The
Goddamn.
Beehive did come for me, by the way.
Anyway, so this week I'm like really in a Drake mood. Like I think I'm on my period.
I think so too.
Or something. I'm just not.
I think you're pregnant and spotting.
I went to kickboxing today, and I'm mad because right when I left kickboxing, the red light was on at Krispy Kreme, and I busted down.
Come on, the highlight.
I went to Krispy Kreme after kickboxing.
But don't want to have a drink with me.
Bitch, I told you it's her and Katrina.
No. The other day I went to the grocery store at like midnight.
Katrina
and I
thicker than
bought
a Snicker.
I bought the Talente's sour cream and onion. No. What is it? Butter pecan ice cream? And ate it with a whole pound cake, 11-pound cake.
Shit.
And I was just like, I feel like I just want to go
No,
home
I told
and
you
just
you're pregnant.
lay with a nigga and have him rub on my feet. Like I just feel some kind of way today.
Oh, that would be so cute if my nigga let me be fat.
But niggas is so like inconsistent and I can't. So I met I've been knowing this guy for a little while.
Oh.
And he hit me up last week and he's just like, I'm looking for something more consistent and I like you, we vibe this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay. And he's like, I want to get to know you better. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to follow your lead. Mind you, he live out of state. So I'm not going to say where he stayed, but he was like, when you come in to visit, I said, when you give me a ticket. So he was like, well, we could work that out. I said, well, if you serious, then we could, chat and see what's up. But he's so like, all he want to do is text me to death. And I said, well, he's 29. I said, you need to Google how to get a grown man because I'm not going to take you serious via no text message. I need to hear a nigga voice when you talk. Like, that's the only way you're going to catch me. So I say all that to say, do you guys think being gay is lonely? Oh. For instance, like, when you go home for the holidays, because most of us are not from here, in the straight community, you meet somebody, you probably marry your high school sweetheart and everybody got kids and shit, but you sitting there at Christmas by yourself. So, what's your experience when you go home?
My close family, they know what's up. Like, they don't ask no questions. Every now and then it's a cousin or an aunt or an uncle that ain't been around that didn't get the memo. And, they just ask questions like, you ain't married yet? You ain't got no kids yet?
Oh, they don't know.
It's not like, it's just either, in my family, you either know or you don't know, but you don't know because you just ain't been around or you haven't asked.
Okay.
So those who don't know, they ask those questions like, you ain't married yet? You ain't got no kids? And I'm thinking to myself, you ain't get the memo?
Right.
Like, you don't know?
Yeah.
I don't feel like
So what do you answer and say?
Nope. I don't, and no, I don't, because I mean, I feel like it's the same answer.
Yeah,
if I was, if you knew I was gay, you should and could be asking me those same questions.
Yeah. But you don't be feeling some kind of way when you see all your little cousins, they've been together 10 years, and now you sitting there with no man.
Now he will.
All right, thank you for bringing that to light. No, I don't. Every now and then, like I have a cousin who lives here in LA, and his wife, and they're married, and they got a whole thing going on with a house, and they just had a baby. And when I'm around them, I feel it.
Right.
But I'm good. Like I can get whatever I want when I want it because I don't have kids. Right. But it is lonely.
But it's different when we're around our peers because everybody lonely and y'all keep each other company. But when you go back to your hometown, it's like
reality sets in that you're in this by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I had the flu last week and I was sick as a dog and I had to call out of work one day, but I had to get back to work too because bitch I live by myself and I pay all the bills. So I was like, damn, I wish I had a nigga to lay up and take care of me. Bitch, go give me some soup or something.
Well, then wouldn't he have to go to work?
Girl, he could have got it before he went to work.
Y'all would probably be living together.
Well, we definitely would be living together. Yeah.
And two people calling out for work and living together?
No. I didn't say he can call out.
Somebody
I said I wish I could have called out more days while he at work.
I only ever really think, and this is going to sound very materialistic, but I only really get to that point when it's something that I want and I know I'm budgeting and I can't really get it right then and there. And I'm like, damn, I wish I had... I wish I had like my boyfriend. Like my boyfriend could probably buy this, and I would just pay him back, or
Or I wish
I'm very materialistic. When it comes
every time the rent bill come through, I'd be like, "Ooh, I just wish we were splitting this shit."
Yeah, like
I wish I lived in a 2-income household.
Yeah.
But how is it when you go home? Because I know your family don't know you gay.
So my family does not know that I'm gay, but I do have a story. Quick, fast, in a hurry. I went home for one holiday, and my little brother, I'm from Louisiana. I flew into Houston, Texas, which is about 4 hours from where I live. Flew into Houston, Texas to see my little brother who's much bigger than me, and y'all have met him via phone. Mm-hmm. So I get there, and he has his girlfriend who's from San Diego. We all meet up at the club. And she's like, oh, hey, at the end of the night, she's like, so are you gay, bisexual, or straight? And I'm like, I don't think this is a conversation you and I should be having. This is the first time I've ever met you. I don't know why you're asking me that. And frankly, I don't think it's any of your business. And, she was like, well, no, me and Destin are dating. Woo. He speaks so highly of you. He loves you to pieces, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, that's something that he should probably ask me. And she's like, oh, okay, whatever. And she dropped it. So my little brother, fast forward, we're going to spend the night at his house. And he had a baby mama. And then he had this girlfriend. And I was thinking I was going to spend the night at the baby mama's house. But then at the end of the club night, he's like, oh, do you want to spend the night at whatever her name was? Shania, some shit. Do you want to spend the night at her house or do you want to go to baby mama's house? I was like, I want to go to baby mama's house. He's like, well, she don't know how to keep house. Like her house ain't clean, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to girlfriend's house, period. So the minute we get there, walk into the door, sit on the couch, she says to my little brother, hey, Blake has something he wants to tell you. You guys should talk.
Oh.
And I'm like, excuse me? And she goes on and starts crying. And I feel like she was thinking that this was going to be her end with me because my brother loved me so much that she thought like, oh, if she gets us to do this, she could, help grow our relationship.
She was playing Ayanla on y'all.
Yeah, she would be responsible for it. He would like her so much more. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm grown. And if there's a question that he wants to ask me, I make my own, I take my own. That's it. So he don't do nothing for me. He ain't responsible for any of my motherfucking bills. If there's a question he wants to ask me, there's gonna be a truthful answer behind it. So I was like, is there something you want to ask me? He's like, no, I'm cool. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's it, period. Coming full circle with, the holidays. My family does not know, but they have what I call constructive notice, although they do not have actual notice. But then my little brother knows, and my oldest sister knows. So I have a younger sister, my mother, stepfather, and a slew of cousins that do not know.
So how your brother know? Because your sister told him?
No, because of that situation.
Oh,
he kind of just put it together.
Yeah, I mean, they knew before. You think? Well, of course, your mama know. Y'all just
actually, no. Put a finger there, Claire. I forget the rest of the fucking story. Eventually, after that happened, we rode home. I said it was 4 hours. We rode home 4 hours in the car. Barely spoke to one another.
You and your brother.
Me and my little brother. Me, my little brother Bailey, and his daughter Destiny. Barely speaking to one another. And then a couple months go by. First of all, I wake up in the middle of the night. I call my oldest sister. I'm like, bitch, I'm going back to Louisiana. I need to find a ride home because I'm over it. Like, if I stay here, I'm going to fuck shit up. And so she calls me and she's like, so, like, what's the tea? I was just like, well, I don't want to talk about it. She's like, did somebody do you something? I was like, something like that. She's like, are we related to him? I was like, no, we're not. She's like, well, why aren't you saying, bitch, what you scared for? Shall I drive to Houston? And I was like, no, it's not that deep, but I'm going home. She's like, don't go home. You need to come, like, you know, come here, blah, blah, blah. Talks to me and see what I stand. Fast forward, a couple months go by. My mother calls me and says, Destin said to me, my little brother, that he is the only real man in my life.
Oh.
Like, trying to talk shit about my stepfather. And, like, in talking shit about my stepfather, you know, my mother, she doesn't even address that. She's like, what are you talking about? I have another son named Blake. And she's like, and my little brother's like, well, you know Blake is gay. He not a real man.
Oh.
Exactly.
But he didn't mean it in a malicious way. He was just...
My little brother said that. So I stopped speaking to him because, you know, I got this gift of goodbye and she passes through everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Did you tell your mom something after?
No. Well, her and I never had the conversation. Like, we danced around.
I mean, did you react to what she said when he said that?
Yes and no, but it wasn't a full. It wasn't like, you know, I really don't care because what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was no credence to that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so then I speak to. Eventually, my little brother's calling me because I do taxes. So tax season comes around and he wants to get a large tax refund, and I'm like, I'm gonna pay his phone calls because you know, you said what you said. Now,
but he don't even know why you mad at him.
Exactly. So he sends me. One day, I was out with Fabian and we were parking the car in West Hollywood, and he was calling and it showed up on the phone. I had already told Fabian the story. He's like, I just think you should answer and just talk to him. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I talked to him and I, you know, approach him with the situation. And I'm like, well, you said such and such and such and such. He was like, I never said that, Blake. I would never say that. Like, you know, like, of course I know you're gay. I have gay friends. I don't have a problem with you being gay. And I was like, well, why would mama make that up? Because that's not, you know, she not making the shit up. Mm-hmm. He was like, I don't know where she got that from, what she meant by it. I don't know what she thought I meant, but I never said that, and I would never say that about you. So
I don't know who to believe. Shit.
I mean, it's probably a miscommunication.
Maybe he said
who knows? Who cares? That's what I think so too. Because he be getting hot, you know, not hot, but you know, he be getting real good on the sauce, which is why he and mommy normally fall out because she don't allow drinking at her house. He be going to her house trying to drink, get drunk, and then he want to cuss everybody out and do whatever. He's disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I say all that to say they don't know that I'm gay, but when I go home, I do get this little, you know, I get bit by the baby bug, but I really don't want kids.
Have you ever felt like, what's the word?
I get singled out.
What you mean?
I get singled out sometimes just because what I hear when I go home sometimes is, oh, you look really good. You look good. And I'm to myself, I think, like, would you ask this question to one of my straight cousins or one of my brothers or sisters?
What did they ask him?
I think what they're saying or what they're, and I could be wrong, but I'm implying that you think that because I'm gay and I'm, you know, in my 30s or whatever, that I'm, you know, probably sick or
what?
Catch something or whatever.
No, I
get where I'm going with this?
I think gay people. Well, I think that's.
Hold up, they saying you look good,
like trying to say
you look you still look like you holding up.
Yeah,
you look good to be gay and sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, you're taking good care of yourself, or you look
like you're not supposed to. Duh.
Yeah,
we're gay.
But I never hear them ask my.
Or say that to like straight people.
Yeah, I never hear that from them.
Yeah. Well, that's because they don't look good. I mean, in the straight, in the gay community, it's all about image. It's all about looking good. We keep ourselves up. We don't gain that, you know, that fucking weight. And then when we do gain it, we lose it.
But with my family, they're very old school, and I come from a very open-minded, we're very blunt. Mm-hmm. You know, it's very like, what's wrong with you? You know, we talk about that type of stuff. And I remember I got pancreatitis. My pancreas had it inflamed years ago from drinking a lot and partying, not eating right. And I remember one of my uncles thought that I was sick, like I had got like HIV or something because because I was so sick from pancreatitis. And I think that kind of lingered.
Yeah.
I think they never kind of like let that down. So every now and then somebody will say something and it'll make me question it. And I could just be paranoid, but every now and then I'll be like, why did they say that?
Right. I think in the gay community we also do that.
Yeah.
Like when people die, we just automatically assume that, like, if a gay died, then they died of something, some
complications of AIDS,
opportunistic infection.
Yeah.
When in actuality, you know, people just die.
People die.
You know, like, you know, straight people are dying too. Car accidents happen. You know?
I remember I went home one time and like I love kids and kids like love me. So I was playing with, I'm not gonna say who it was. I was playing with some kids or whatever, and then I had went back to my room, my childhood room, and the little girl had followed me to the back, and the father was almost like, "Oh, come to the front, like you can't be back there with Tavarus." Almost like he's a pedophile type deal, and I was like,
well, I think like just because maybe because you're just a grown man
that do that.
You know what I'm saying?
but this is like.
But I don't
close
think
family.
But that's a girl and you're a boy.
It was a little girl.
I know, but I'm saying, so what?
Like 2, 3.
I wouldn't let
I
my.
get that.
It was disgusting to me.
Well, I have,
and it wasn't like I'm a stranger.
No, but I had like, to share in that experience. I've had like my nephew sit on my lap as a child, like me as a teenager, him as a child, and it's because we're piled up in a car.
Yeah,
and somebody's like, "Oh no, don't sit on Blake's lap."
Oh.
And that made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But this was actually it wasn't my nephew. I'm so sorry. Not my nephew. It was actually a little cousin. But that made me feel uncomfortable on the strength of like, well, what are you suggesting?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just because I'm gay does not mean I also like little boys.
Yeah.
And then you know what? And that takes me back to, I think sometimes like I think you were getting to this, that maybe sometimes we as gay men in this lonely lifestyle that, you know, we sometimes live in, we tend to jump the gun and think that they are thinking worse than, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but like, sometimes they just be.
Sometimes they do be trying it,
Yeah.
but then sometimes I do think, just to play devil's advocate, I do think that sometimes we are trying it as well because we are thinking the worst.
I don't know.
It's not always the case.
I haven't.
Well, I think it's only okay. So
because I was, and I'll just say this real quick, but I was dating a guy, and we had came home to visit. I was living in DC, and my mom was living in PA at the time, and we came home to visit. And my mom had just downgraded into this little apartment, and so my sister had just bought this big old house. So I was like, well, we'll come stay over there. Her husband felt some type of way with having two gay men staying there with them and their kids.
Yeah.
And I felt some type of way that he felt that way. And I was just like, what the fuck? I'm your brother. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then I thought about it later on, you know, and it was just like, well, they hadn't had that conversation with their kids about
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So I was like, Dabrian, you need to chill out a little
And then, like, let's say, like, back to my mother and my little brother. My little brother cannot bring his girlfriend
Yeah, still
to their
at
house.
Yeah, mine's either.
So
Unless you're married,
Yeah, so I wouldn't expect that I would be able to bring my boyfriend.
Well, not to sleep over.
To sleep over, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, to sleep over. Like, you
Well, what
can't
is
share a
that
bed
like?
unless
Is
you're
that
married.
just like, okay,
It's a
because that's like
Southern
a,
thing.
that's
It's a
like a
Southern
religious
thing.
Southern thing, right? Or is
we're
it
from
just
the Bible
more
Belt.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's partly why he always comes
So
out.
when you do bring your significant other around, does your mom acknowledge him as your boyfriend? Or?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
My mom calls him son and all of that. If I love him, she loves him.
Really?
My mom be like, how your friend doing?
No,
I be
my
like,
mom-
Mama, we've been together 3
No, my mom.
That's my boyfriend.
You haven't been no man for 3
I know
years.
what I'm saying.
No,
Even
my
with
mom-
my boyfriend, she be like, that's your friend or your friend?
Yeah.
Bitch,
I be
because
like,
you only be with them for 6 months.
friend.
She be so confused.
So my mom-
she be like, he can't have that many boyfriends.
My mom,
bitch,
my
she
mom
only met one
embraces
man.
him. My mom embraces him. My dad, I brought one guy around my dad, and that was like my first like true love or whatever. And now every guy is that guy to my dad. So every time I talk to my dad, and we very rarely, but when we do talk about me and my life, he always mentions that ex. And everybody is that ex to him. He's just like, how is, I won't say his name, but he's like, how is so and so? And I'm like, I ain't been with him in, you know,
I had to
all the
make it.
time.
I had told my mom. I said, you don't never ask me about my personal life. Like, what is that about? Like, they ask everybody else, but it's like
She don't-
she got to
don't wanna
tiptoe. But I know, but I want her to know it's okay.
But I have siblings.
So
like
now
that.
she'll make an effort and she'll be like, you know, you all right over there? Like, you dating? I'm like, I know you don't really want to know, but I'm glad you
still whipping these niggas' asses?
No.
No, mama, but I'm in kickboxing.
But back to what you were saying about how your brother felt uncomfortable you being there. I actually fell out with my family 3 years ago tomorrow, Good Friday, because me and my boyfriend, we had like a big crawfish ball or whatever. Mm-hmm. So my boyfriend was leaning up against the Jeep, and I was like standing in front of him with my arms crossed, like between his legs, but we was talking. Mm-hmm. And one of my aunts came over there drunk, and she was like, y'all motherfucking kissing in front of them goddamn kids and shit. I said, ain't nobody motherfucking kissing. What the fuck is you talking about? And she just going on across this whole scene, talking about, y'all with that gay shit, y'all disrespectful, and them children ain't got to see that. And it was just a whole...
So now the kids see
whole... Right. These kids done seen a lot.
Right. But now they see
her drunk
they see
ass.
her going off.
Well, it was nasty. I haven't talked to them in 3 years.
You didn't pop her?
I went off.
I know you did.
I read everybody. Because I said, we going to talk about my stuff? Let's talk about how your man beating on you.
Come on, Tamar.
Your son picking you up.
You got a cheater. Yours with you.
Everything.
What you can do.
I haven't talked to them since.
This one right here
it's disgusting.
Totally different.
And you said this is your dad's side? Mom's
This is my mom's side.
Wow.
Yeah, they was doing the most. And some of the other people was just quiet. And to me, if you quiet, you co-signing.
Yep.
So you with them too.
Oh.
Everybody got cut off. Your gift of goodbye as well.
And I thank God that I come from the family that I come from, because I've never had.
But the thing was, it was 2 lesbian couples there. Yeah. So me and my boyfriend was the only gay. And mind you, my aunt, her daughter is the lesbian. Wow. And my cousin who I was with, her daughter is the lesbian.
Wow.
But they got a problem with us because we boys. But we wasn't even kissing or nothing.
What the lesbians say?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
They got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's your mama. Why you going to let her get out of line with me?
Bitch, you the first letter in LGBTQ.
Right.
Mind you, well, let me stop. Anyway, have you guys, I know Blake said he don't want no children, but have you decided, David, how you want to raise your kids? Like, will you be affectionate around them with your partner? Or what will you teach them about?
No one has ever posed that question to me. Mm-hmm. I definitely want kids. Let me back that up. If I'm with the person that I'm with, if it comes to that and they want kids, then I'm down with that. If they don't, then I'm okay with that as well. Mm-hmm. I would like kids. Okay. But it's not it's not a deal breaker. I don't know how I think I would. I think I would be affectionate around my dude with my kids, and because I would raise them to be as open-minded and free-spirited as possible. Mm-hmm. I see it all the time over where I work, especially like in Venice, over there by the beach, and you have the gay couples with the little black kids and all of that, and it's fine. I think just free love, and just make sure you raise them right, because they're gonna learn all of that in the house, and then they're gonna take all of that into the world. So I want to make sure.
Daybreak, you've inspired me to.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Okay, so this is about
started really young. You know what I mean? So it doesn't seem odd to them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my relationship with kids, or what I now feel about kids. Now hearing Daybreak speak about his infatuation with children. I mean, I just feel like I want to flush him down the toilet when Trey leaves. Bitch, I'm going to flush him when Trey leaves. Fuck kids. I'm not losing my girlish figure for no fucking little sassy ass toddler. I'm flushing him.
Well, they will be a reflection of you, so you may have a child.
Okay, but in general, how do you feel about
I would love
guys being intimate in front of children? Like, or kissing in the street, or... you feel like it's inappropriate, or
no? I feel like in this day and age, it's no longer inappropriate.
Yeah, I agree.
What gay was back in our parents' days is not gay today.
It's not.
And like these kids are now growing up with gays in high school, like right. And I feel like when you set your kids up, you have to set them up so that they can go and be able to interact with a diverse group of people.
And not be shocked when they see it in the street.
Exactly. They have to understand that this thing exists.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Because
they're going to see it somewhere. If they don't see it in the house, they're going to see it on the street.
But honestly, I would have kids only if my man wanted kids. But he got to take them in a divorce.
I think he would be a good parent.
But the one reason that I would be reluctant to raise a child, I don't know if I could raise a child in today's America. I don't know if I could raise a black child in today's America. I can't. as a parent, I don't know, with our political climate and what's going on in the social injustice in the world, I don't know that I could feel comfortable giving life to another black being that has to go through what I'm going through. So until this became a better place, I don't know that this is a habitat for a black child. I don't know if I could put that burden on somebody else's shoulders. Unless I could change the world, by myself. Unless I can promise that child he's not going to get shot by a police officer when he's unarmed, I don't want to bring him into this world.
Would you guys do surrogate or natural?
I'm not losing my girlish figure.
I would want to do natural.
Girl, when did you have a girlish figure?
Bitch, you got childbearing. Nobody wants childbearing here.
Girl.
Bitch, you can be my surrogate. She probably pregnant now.
Where you said you did want to get married. Where do you want to get married, Dabrian?
Where?
Yeah.
On the beach.
Beach. Me too.
Really?
I want a destination wedding.
You want a destination wedding too, Deborah?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you
It
want
could be
Venice Beach? With some chucks and a skateboard.
Girl, she went tore under her feet. So I do want to get I do want to get married. I have the whole wedding planned out. All I need is the husband or the groom. So it's going to be on the top of the London Hotel in West Hollywood. The colors are blue, blush, and champagne.
That's actually a really nice rooftop.
That sounds like
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
What? Blue, blush, and
colors.
champagne?
It's pretty.
Oh, second rate hoe. I'm kidding, ish. Blue, blush, and champagne. It's going to be a party of 50 people. Because that's the only people I can afford to feed.
That's the only reason. Oh, so if you can afford, you would have 400 people there?
Yeah, I'd have his. Oh, they would have to
The wedding's
see.
supposed to be intimate.
Baby, no, you got to see me in all my motherfucking glory. Because I'm going to do wardrobe changes.
my God.
My husband is not, or my future husband is not going to go along with it. But I mean, I just need creative license to coordinate I want something like a wedding gown, but a tuxedo. I want to be
with a train.
Yeah.
Sheer.
Ooh, and diamonds. Diamonds.
If y'all know Blake, y'all know you can catch her at any given time with a train.
And with a motherfucking train. And if you know Tavarus, you can catch him in any given bedroom getting trained on.
And a cat suit, bitch. Shit. Who would you guys want to perform at your wedding if you could pick somebody?
Ooh, Blake, you go first.
I can't afford a performer because the wedding's gonna be too expensive. I can only afford to feed 50 people, and it's gonna be plated on good china. Ugh, it's gonna be service, open bar.
What about you?
It's gonna be very cliche, but I would really want Frank Ocean to perform.
Oh,
Perform something very emotional.
like one of his own songs, or like
like one of his own.
I could see you marrying him. Actually,
Me too.
they look
I can
alike.
see that.
they do look alike.
Yeah.
So that makes a good wedding photo.
I love Frank.
Oh my God! And then
I
he's
kinda
gonna
like
sing
him.
to you in the Frank Ocean if you're
Hit him up
listening.
on IG.
I have. I mean,
Yes, come
Hold
on.
on, what did you send him exactly?
A booty pig.
no, he actually liked one of my pictures one time.
Did he?
But it's his page.
Bitch, y'all go
is
together.
Official, but not official. Like it's really him running the page, but it's not.
So you
him.
like a whole bunch of pictures, and then he came back and liked one?
No, I didn't. I think I just I may have tagged him or commented on something, and then one day I woke up in the morning and it was like one like.
Did you screenshot it?
I think I did, but it was on my old phone. But I was very excited.
And you
about
slid
it.
in his DM right after that?
No, I was just joking. I never
Oh.
slid in his DMs.
Bitch, I didn't.
Ooh, you could have slid in how many DMs? Wait,
many.
do you slide in celebrity DMs?
Absolutely.
I
Do you,
believe that.
Dabrian?
No. I have, yes.
Never. Oh wait,
One
so you
time.
do?
One time.
Whose DM was
But I
it?
feel embarrassed to say.
Well, I feel like I don't want to say because then if I don't want
You
them,
have a
I don't
list.
tell.
I'm
I
scared
want them to know
say.
it's okay to hit me up.
I'm scared to
No,
say.
Wait, say.
You know Hup from
Scandal?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Okay.
I slid
You
in
know
his
he got
DM.
an open relationship with his boyfriend anyway.
I didn't know that, but I slid in his DM.
He ain't hit back?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Tavarus, any of the DMs you slid in, did they hit you back?
No.
Okay, so why don't you want to say? Start with the
No,
oldest
because
one.
I might still be able to get them.
It's a gay celebrity?
Yeah. Girl.
Because I know
I was
you.
about
You
to
might
name a
slide in.
bitch. I was about to name a couple, but then I remembered. Oh, you probably had that one already.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not gonna do it.
Who is your favorite ex and why? Or a favorite person what do you remember about the favorite person you dated?
My favorite ex, I'm gonna call him Boston.
And why is he your favorite?
And I've said this before, and it's gonna it sounds so
That's why I said it could be somebody you dated too.
Well, yeah, but it just sounds so fucking redundant. He's my favorite ex because he made a promise. He made a promise to me, and he's still good. He still keeps on that promise.
I remember what you said.
And that's grown man shit. Mm-hmm. Like nobody keeps on their word like 10 years later, and not even keeps their word. It's just like the man loves my dirty draws. And so my next nigga's just gonna have a hard time competing with him. Not really, because
ain't gonna be no nigga.
Ain't gonna be no new nigga.
Hmm?
It's gonna be some new niggas.
That's
the next one, the next boy that I get into a relationship with, we're getting married.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you don't know me to just hop in relationships.
Who do you
I ain't answer my question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Mine is my first.
And
my
why?
first boyfriend.
The one from the military?
No, that was my first sexual encounter. My first official
You
boyfriend.
was out here giving out sex your first go around and not even wifing niggas?
Man, let me tell. I don't even, that's a whole other show. But my first boyfriend, because we're still friends to this day, and he's like a brother to me, and he showed me so much, and I learned so much from him, and he basically saved me. I don't even think I would be here if it wasn't for him. He just taught me so much about the lifestyle and prepared me for what was out there. So yeah, he's probably one of my favorite people. Period.
Really? And here I thought it was me. Why aren't y'all together?
We probably heard this story.
Yep, let's move
Yeah.
on.
You can give me the cliff now.
No, we just asked why he's the favorite. I don't have a favorite ex, but this guy that I dated in Atlanta, we dated for like 3 months, but it was like the best because he was like the most honest person I ever met, the most consistent, and I just believed anything he told me because he.
Why did y'all break up?
We was never together. We just dated, but I ended up moving back here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I don't do long distance. So anyway,
what question were you about to ask me?
I forgot.
About my next relationship.
Who do you wait? Who establishes the relationship when you date people? Do you wait for them to tell you they want to be with you?
Yes.
Okay. And what about you, David? If you feel it, would you tell them we go together?
No, I don't think I've ever done that, but I would. I don't. But I've never been in a situation where I had to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It usually just kind of it's organic, and it just kind of one day you just wake up and it's like, I think we like together.
You think, but it's never a conversation.
And then they're like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But what I would love, and it's happened a few times in my past, what I would love is for you to just have that conversation. And I mentioned that before, for you to just be like, hey, I'm trying to be your nigga. Like, yeah.
Bitch, you come at me, we go together.
Somebody else.
You ain't taught to push the babies in the toilet.
Bitch, you ain't learned how to push the babies in the toilet. You sitting in your practice spot and craving ice cream and donuts.
That's your problem there.
That's why your hips spread.
Should have claimed them.
What do you remember about the best sex you ever had?
What do I remember about the best sex I ever had? I remember being very loud. I remember not caring that somebody could hear me.
Oh, what made it good?
It was just that stroke.
Okay.
It was just the stroke, and it was like an all night long thing.
This ain't the one that had you moving all over the kitchen with the little pee-pee him.
No.
Got you in there passing gas.
Right.
What about you, Blake?
Wait, but you know what? I'm a very loud person too. I feel like I'm regularly.
Oh, see, I'm not regularly.
Oh yeah, I'm very, very loud. The most memorable thing about my greatest sex was he licked me in places that I didn't know were erogenous zones.
Oh, like where?
My armpits.
Oh, I've had that like a couple times.
Yeah, he would
Not
like
ticklish. I can't.
I know, but he would. Ticklish. It was like ticklish, but yet a turn on.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Ooh, don't put on any deodorant when you come over."
Yeah.
Bitch.
Was he white?
Better not be.
Oh my God.
Too many motherfuckers. I'm not doing you no more.
If y'all done slept with the same person one more time, I'm about to leave this show.
Exactly.
There's too many niggas
that.
Why do y'all keep doing this?
I don't even want to talk.
I don't think it was this.
I don't want to talk to this bitch no more. I gotta go.
You're gonna have to switch up your
This is the man. I feel like this will be. Yeah.
How that lady said on Poetic Justice? When you kiss him, you taste of my pussy.
Girl, apparently you yeah.
You suck my toes.
Y'all done shared the toe guy. Now y'all got the whole armpit.
No, I don't think it's the same person.
Oh, we definitely
Y'all
shared
the toe guy for sure.
Oh yeah,
We shared
a
toe.
few.
Yeah, we shared a few.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
They still got a few to share. How you do it?
What was you about to say?
I was gonna say we probably shared a couple too, but she like DL boys, so I don't think so.
What was your most memorable moment with your greatest ex?
Ooh, this boy. It was so good. I went home
He did
and wrote
something
a
nasty.
poem about it, bitch.
Bitch, no.
I swear to God.
You wrote a poem about it.
Let me tell you something. I was taking the bus at the time.
What was you, like 15?
No, bitch.
Bitch, were you the bottom of the time? Let's start this.
You know what? It wasn't even a full. It was an oral session.
This nigga is
And it
a
was
whole 20-something years old going
Like,
on writing
he
poems.
ate the box or
He did
sucked the dick?
He did everything.
Ew.
Suck my toes.
How
bitch.
old were you?
Bitch, this is girl. It was a couple years ago. But it was raining. No, he was living in Sherman Oaks. Bitch, it was raining. I took the bus all the way there.
Not you went home and wrote a poem. I am still.
I couldn't wait to get. It was so passionate, so hot. He just kept looking at me with my eyes.
You
and
still got
saying,
the poem?
I think I do.
You need to bring it on the show.
Bitch, you gotta read it next week.
I'm gonna try to find it. He was everything. Everything.
What happened?
He still live in Sherman Oaks?
You know what? He always had a boyfriend. So it was just no, not at that time, but he was always on the rebound, so it was never like
Says the person who says that we don't promote cheating.
No, he didn't have a boyfriend when I messed with him. I'm just saying he was.
He always has.
He was always on the rebound, so it was never like
Got it.
the right time to do that.
And your pussy wasn't good enough to keep him.
Girl, he never had my pussy.
He ate her.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, the booty had you going off like that?
He ate my ass. He sucked my dick. He sucked my toes. He sucked my neck.
And then you
Yeah.
fucked
sucked
him.
my everything.
No,
it
they
was
never
just
had
a
sex.
jack session.
Wow.
Yo,
It was just in a shower session.
Let me tell you. See, I
In
told
the
you
shower.
how Jack sessions.
No,
be.
but I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm coming to get out of my bed to go jack off with you.
What did you get out your bed to do?
I planned on fucking, but it just didn't.
Your booty wasn't clean?
No, that wasn't it. I think he had to go somewhere.
Why didn't he?
Damn.
Was he like normally a bottom though, or
We just only played.
we didn't?
like
even, y'all
that.
didn't even get to that.
Yeah, it was just hot.
Okay, got
Yeah,
you.
all in the shower, like yeah.
Yes. You may have to revisit that, T.
I want to see this. I want to hear this poem.
Right. Has your partner ever asked you to do something and you were just like no?
Of course.
Like
Like sexual partner?
yeah, your partner, whoever, boyfriend.
One of my Boston asked me to eat his ass. It was an affirmative no. And I've had sex with guys who wanted to either come in my face or come in my mouth, and that's a no.
Oh.
And normally during sex, I'm a yes person. Like there's very few things that you could ask me in the throes of passion that I'm just gonna draw a hard red line through. Those are like, well, shitting on me is not gonna fly either. Or me like shit anywhere is not gonna fly. If you want to do a little piss moment, it'd have to be in the shower, and it's me pissing on you.
Girl, you got pissed on me before.
I did get pissed on before, but it was in the shower, bitch.
Oh my god.
It was in the shower. It was my motherfucking thigh. And he was like 6'7" or some shit.
Oh my god.
What a big old dick.
What was that question?
Has your partner ever asked you to do something and you were just like no?
And when you say partner, do you mean like you're like a boyfriend or just,
He just asked the same question. It don't matter.
Oh, yes.
I say
What
no
was
all the time.
what did you say no?
But mine is very practical. Just they ask me to kiss and I'll be like no.
Oh.
But I already told you that.
Yeah, you know,
I
with your
know.
boyfriend.
You don't even kiss with boyfriends?
Yeah, boyfriend.
Only
yeah.
boyfriend.
Oh,
Only boyfriends.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like
Why
you
you kiss their hole?
Oh, he don't know that video.
hole?
That's a YouTube video.
No, I don't.
Oh,
but I wanna see
you
it.
have to watch that video. Oh
Okay.
my god. Tavarus, what do you say no to?
Everything.
Like, what's everything?
I don't know.
Bitch, you don't say no to everything.
My first
'cause
instinct
you
is
a
always to
nasty
say no,
bitch.
and then I revisit. I be like, okay, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so the first time I got asked to come in you were like, no.
Yeah.
No. Y'all couldn't see it. He was shaking his head no.
No,
but
that's
then
probably
saying yeah.
I don't let niggas come in me. First of all, I come in niggas.
Bitch.
And
But
don't
she
be
said,
telling them,
but
mind you.
mind you, but this bitch
I
sitting
done it a
here.
couple times.
This bitch sitting here pregnant. Sitting here pregnant.
Right.
Oh, nasty self.
Bro, they pull-out game is weak.
No, that's just good pussy, man.
Right. That Jolly Rancher coochie.
That's just good pussy, man.
Who do you guys talk to about your man when you having issues, or do you just not talk to anybody?
Bitch, everybody but Tavarus because he's sleeping with him too. I ain't had a man in a very long time, but
or even when you dating somebody that you really like or you beefing with, you be like, who you calling? Be like, bitch, you getting on my nerves.
I have two friends that are non-judgmental that I talk to on two different coasts. One's here and the other one is on the East Coast. And they don't judge because they know me and I'll probably end up right back with the person or I'll get over it. So
you're not that girl.
I am.
No, you got 3 phone calls from me. You get 1,
but I'm not going to
spend. By the 4th one, if he's still doing the same thing after I done told you leave him.
But it don't have to be nothing drastic. Where
but it don't be.
You know.
Sometimes it just be like, oh, this nigga get on my nerves. I mean, this is what he did today.
Oh, his mama coming in town, she overstepping her bounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're just like talking about your day at work.
Yeah, that's it.
But you can't talk to everybody about your man.
You can't, because,
Because the girl, especially a miserable bitch.
Right.
Oh, bitter bitch.
Right.
They're going to keep trying to say, break up with him.
Yep.
Bitch, that's me. You looking at me like that? Bitch, I'll be the first
I ain't going to tell you to
like,
leave nobody. I'm going to just tell you what I would tell you.
No, I wouldn't. If anything, I'll be like rooting for them to stay together.
I'm
me too.
To work things out. Yeah.
I'm going to say, don't be no dummy bitch, but I ain't going to say leave him, bitch. I'm going to just...
But are you going to give them help to stay? Like,
I'm going to say what I would do, and then you take what you want from that.
Me too.
Oh, you going to fight them, baby girl?
Well, girl, if you want to fight them too, or don't let them beat you, girl.
Bitch, you got a bombing wing, bitch.
Oh my God.
He come with the left, you duck and hit him with the right.
So, quick little game. What's the last text you sent?
Can I look at my phone real quick?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I have 2 phones.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Not your work phone either.
Well, bitch, I'll be texting from there.
Oh, okay.
I think the last one I sent was actually the day we're saying yes. Oh, I'm home. Okay.
Mine just says cool, bro, which is a pretty normal thing for me to say. To 323.
Oh, actually.
Right.
Yes.
I don't say
Was
nothing.
that to you can come over later? Cool.
It
mine
was. It was to. Actually, no. It was a business call. It was a business text. Somebody's trying to do an event, and he said that he would send me some information.
Okay, mine was to someone who may or may not listen to this episode, and it was, "Hey, you."
Oh.
So if you're listening, you didn't respond. That was an hour ago.
Was that the one you was talking about earlier? Oh, okay. It might be another one. I sent a screenshot to my homeboy complaining about somebody on Tinder that I got into it with earlier.
You got into it with somebody else?
Somebody else on Tinder.
You just say get into it.
No.
You weren't getting into
Niggas
it type
is
of bitch.
stupid. No. The
I feel
boy,
like Tinder is the nice safe zone.
The boy,
why did you go
that's what I thought too.
we connected and we matched on his thing because I had liked him first. So then I hit him up and I said, "Oh, you cute or whatever." He said, "Oh, you handsome."
And you said let's fuck, didn't you?
I did not. And then I said, "Where do you stay and where you from?" He said, I stay in Studio City." He said, "What makes you think I'm not from here?" I said, "You don't really have a Cali vibe, but I mean, I could be wrong, whatever." He said, "Interesting, I'm from the Midwest." I said, "You didn't want to specify where you from on purpose or what?" LOL, but I really meant it. He was like, "No, not yet." I didn't understand that. What is that? Stupid.
He was not ready to tell you.
Just tell me where the fuck you from, bitch. We having a conversation.
Why everything gotta happen? What is this? Oh, Cancer. This is why we not getting along.
It's
Why do all that back and forth?
She just be giving so much.
They stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Girl, where you from?
But is that the first conversation? Like, that's that first day that you...
I just read you the whole conversation.
And that's all in one day, right?
That was all in 3 minutes.
Yeah, you might be a little intrusive in the beginning.
Where are you from? That's a basic question.
Sometimes
Y'all doing the most. Stop.
I don't give that right away.
Bitch, you're doing the most going off. You gotta respect other people's
I didn't go off on him. I just
said
said he weird. I didn't tell him nothing after that. I said, "Oh, okay." Good night.
Good night. Lose my number.
Yeah, basically.
That's what you do. You gotta respect other people's boundaries and
Yeah.
I respected it and I said, "Okay, good night."
Sometimes when you ask questions, sometimes it can be taken as somebody feeling like you are trying to...
Don't be no weak
investigate.
bitch. I don't give a fuck. Shut up. I can't. Like, I'm just over niggas.
You are single. Watch, you gonna be
I'm
the
not,
first
and
one to
I'm
get
not
a man.
receiving that. That's
Actually,
the devil.
I take that back. You gonna be the first bitch to receive a man.
It's the devil.
I'm gonna be at the wedding like, this bitch. I'm gonna be like, God, really?
It's always
God,
that
really? Really, God? She a hodo.
Anyway, what's the worst pickup line you ever heard? You've got pickup lines.
I get some weird ones because, especially when I shave my beard down, because people think that I'm so young, and so I get niggas that's really my age saying some old corny ass shit to me.
Like what?
Like just telling me what they drive, and I'm like, well, I drive that too.
Oh yeah, that's corny.
But just like the most corny type of things, or who they know. In LA, it's this name dropping. Well, we can go over so and so's house, and I'll be over there all the time.
That is common.
You can come too if you want to. Like, nigga, I could go over there if I wanted to. Like, stuff like that. Not really so much pickup lines. I feel like in the what is this? 2010s? Is that what they're calling this?
I don't know.
2010s.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of pickup lines. It's just bullshit. It's just
fronting.
It's just fronting.
Flexing.
Capping. That's what they calling it now. Capping.
I had this man. I don't know if it's the worst line. It was actually kind of cute, but he wasn't cute. He said, "I eat your ass for 2 hours straight."
Well,
that was at the Metro, bitch.
That was a pickup line.
That was a pickup line, I guess. That was the first thing he said.
Like walked up on you.
Like I was standing at the bar. He was already there, and then he just kind of like leaned.
Does he now live in LA? Did he used to live in Long Beach?
He lived here. That's all I know.
Sounds like another one. Another one.
Yeah. Who was your teenage celebrity crush?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay.
Teenage celebrity crush?
Yes.
Who was yours? I'm trying to think of mine.
Well, Monica, and then I used to love Dawn from En Vogue. I just thought it was so beautiful.
Chili from TLC was mine.
Y'all was some fucking lesbians.
Chili.
Bitch, you and Whitney, what y'all was doing?
Chili from TLC.
Bitch, she was a dyke already.
Oh,
you know she was.
A stud.
Bitch, she was strapping up. I knew I was getting into it.
Chili was my female version, and then my male version was Lil Fizz.
I like J Boog. We talked about that though.
We did.
Wait, who did y'all used to jack off to?
You were gonna laugh at me. You
really gonna laugh at me?
Oh my God, go ahead. Okay, Darian.
Mine might be real complicated. I used to jack off to the lyrics of this Ice Cube song. Ice Cube talks about how he was fucking this girl, and it turned me on.
No,
and
that's
I would
not.
turn it on, and I would keep skipping it back, and I would jack off.
That's like jacking off to like Plies or The Game, like reading The Game's captions on his Instagram.
Yeah, I could
on
do
how
that.
he talking about he gonna be doing all this shit
I
to
could do
good
that
pussy.
too. Yeah, I could do that too.
I didn't jack off. I didn't masturbate for the first time until I was 19.
Bitch, what? What you was doing with dick?
Nothing.
You just let it just be hard.
I didn't know nothing.
Tucking
Pre coming all over the place.
Oh, you were actually feeling yourself.
Tucking it
No,
all.
I wasn't doing any of that.
Tucking it all under his belt.
Yes, come on, put it up top.
Oh my God.
Getting up at the desk in school.
Okay.
I was jacking off to maybe Genuine.
Why was I listening and looking at Genuine today? He was on the Breakfast Club today.
Really?
He is so fine.
He asked about me.
I think it's
Elgin?
fine. Yes, Elgin.
You will not call my man by his first name.
He from Southeast DC. It's no big deal. Actually, he's from Temple Hills.
I know somebody that sucked his dick.
Double A?
I believe it. I definitely
Back in the
believe
day.
that.
Was it a big dick?
It's big.
It's
It's
big?
online.
Oh, here I go.
It's uncut too, but it's pretty. I would actually suck that one and go off.
Well, baby girl, let's pray. Let's pray you would do a good job. Let's pray you didn't come behind me.
No. Well, you right.
The game's over.
Do you choose someone based on stability or attraction?
Stability.
Attraction.
I'm gonna go with attraction.
I feel like this was one of our viewers, a similar viewer question last week too.
Oh, really? I don't know that one.
I would definitely choose stability over attraction.
Not what would you choose? What you normally choose?
That's what I know.
What do I normally choose? Stability. That's why I don't have anybody.
Yeah.
okay.
And attraction is why I don't have anybody.
That shit fade.
Have you ever been to a sex party or a bathhouse?
I've been
These
to a
shits were
bathhouse.
not in the questions that I received early today.
I've been to
Bro.
a bathhouse. I've never been to I'm scared to go to sex parties.
I'm into all of them.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done anything at all of them.
Oh, you haven't done anything at all of them?
Yeah.
I've been to a bathhouse overseas, by the way, not
Oh, and when you was in the military? Mm-hmm. Oh, how's that? Or
Me
little
too.
Chinese boys?
Oh, man.
Japanese, yeah.
You fuck somebody over there? You let Japanese get on your back?
No, I didn't. No, we jacked off.
You go to the bathhouse to jack off?
Oh, she
No.
love jacking off.
She love jacking off. Bitch, you can do that at home.
She like playing with them knuckles. Y'all can't see what we do. But anyway,
First of all, I feel like y'all be jack off shaming me.
Yes, for a jack shame.
Jack shame, because
Jack lives matters.
We jack shaming you, she thick shaming me, and I'm nut shaming.
Well, no, you couldn't nut shame me.
Well, because you ain't shame?
Well, girl, in order for you to nut shame me, you would have to like not take nut all over and in every orifice of your body.
Who does that? Who said that?
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
And you know, I don't be having sex like that.
But when she do have sex,
bitch, when I
baby.
Ugh.
Anyway.
They gonna be mad. Let me look up Genuine's penis.
Y'all be sure to tune in next week. Let me leave y'all with a word of encouragement.
Oh my God.
Bitch, I'm scared.
Me too.
Just remember, when you get a man, the good times are doubled and the bad times are divided by 2.
Oh, I have another word of encouragement for them.
Good night.
Wait, bitch, I'm good. No, never let your man leave home hungry or horny.
See y'all next week.
God bless you.
Good night.
And
Night. Night.